Hi guys, Glenn from Sniper Photography. Look, today this video is going to be a bit controversial. Might upset a few people, but I'm not going to apologise for that because I believe that our industry is suffering. Our photography industry, our photographic industry is suffering. It's suffering in many ways through inaptitude, unskilled people claiming to be photographers, people that are trying to charge big money for images that quite frankly just aren't up to scratch. People now are using these things, mobile phones. Camera sales have dropped. Canon and Nikon especially have announced that their yearly figures corresponding to last year has dropped nearly 50% because they're losing sales to phones, and that's why they're going down the small mirrorless road now, and good luck with that. But seriously, on a serious note, there's people out there trying to charge big money for images that quite frankly just don't cut the mustard. Sorry, they just don't. Now, there's reasons for that. I'm not saying they're bad people, they're not bad people. They're just unskilled when it comes to photography. I mean, I work 7 days a week at this profession. Do I like working 7 days? No, not really. But the harder I work, the better I get at it and the more profitable I become. I mean, I travel all over Australia and overseas taking photos. What do you think pays for that? The work that I do, and my clients pay me good money to do it. But I'm all about trying to help people get to that next level. I hold workshops, and matter of fact, I've got a free workshop in the next 8 weeks, and the response to that's been enormous, which I'm so happy about. I really am. But if you're trying to make a quid or make a living or some sort of extra income out of photography, whether it's once a month you go to an event or once a year or whatever it is, you do need to know how to take and make a great photograph. And I'm not talking about putting it into Photoshop, because if your composition's not right and your light's not right and you put it through Photoshop or Lightroom, guess what? It's still a crap photo. So you need to know how to use your equipment, and you need to know more than that. People that say to me, oh, I'm a natural light photographer. Well, what happens when it gets dark? They don't really know how to do it. And it's no fault of their own because they probably haven't been shown. But guys, you need to know this stuff. There's things you need to know. You need to know how to use flash on camera and off camera. Do you know what high speed sync is? Do you know what that means? I mean, have you tried it? Would you like to try it? There's lots of things wrong with our industry. Mobile phones have done a lot of damage to the industry. People now think that they've got a mobile phone, they can take great images. Well, if you don't know anything about composition or light, forget it. It doesn't matter what you got. It doesn't matter if it's a full-blown digital SLR, mirrorless or a phone. It's not going to be any good. So, if you want to improve your photography, you need to get out there and start practicing. You need to do these things. Ask questions, get information, because if you think you know everything, guess what? You don't. I mean, I've been doing this for over 30 years, I'm 55 years of age, and I still mess it up. And I still don't know all of it. I don't. But I know enough to make a good quid out of it. But some people just seem to think that they can go out and take a few shots and get plenty of sales. I've had people say to me, Glenn, I'm not making any money out of photography, I'm not selling any images. Well, I'd dearly like to say, well, they're no bloody good, but you can't say that to people. I say to them, give me a look at them. And I try and help them improve on their photography. So the industry's suffering through, well, for various reasons. Now, I know for a fact that people seem to think that if they see someone with a camera, he must be a photographer. No, he's somebody with a camera. There's a guy fishing over there. No, he's not a fisherman, he's an angler. The bloke that goes out 30 miles out to sea for 3 weeks, he's a fisherman. The guy sitting on the wharf or out in his boat with his mates, they're anglers. It's the same with photographers, you know. You see somebody walking around with a phone taking photos. Is he a photographer? No, I don't think so. So basically, as I said, I know it's controversial, this topic, but not many people want to speak about it. Well, I'll speak about it. But you need to know your stuff. You need to practice and practice and practice before you can even start to sell your images, for goodness sakes. And another thing that is a real bugbear for me, and these people either just don't want to listen or they think they know everything, social media is being very good to me. I make a lot of money through Sniper Photography and Facebook page, obviously, and that's where a lot of my sales come from and a lot of inquiries, and it's really good because I manage it. And as I said, I work 7 days a week. People that know me see me on a Saturday, Sunday. That's only 1/10 of what I've got to do. There's a week of follow-up after that. Emails, getting back to people, sitting at a printer, arguing with him for 3 days over a colour correction. This goes on and on and on. 7 days a week it is. But I want to do it because it seems like the harder I work at my photography, the better I get and the more results I get and the more money I earn, quite frankly. And you can do that too. You can do this. You can do this. I'm no different to you and you're no different to me. But you really need to look at things, guys. You really need to look at things. And getting back to social media such as Facebook, I don't know how many times I see people post 100, 200, 300, 400 images in one post. And then they expect to make sales from that. Guess what? It's not going to happen. You're wasting your time. You're showing your amateur skills. And people just haven't got time to go through all these images. So if you think you're not making any sales and you're doing that, well, there's your answer. It's plain as. Don't do that. Stop doing it, because otherwise you're doing yourself an injustice. You're doing the name of photography an injustice, and you just won't grow within your photography. You just won't, unfortunately. But I don't know how many times I've said that to people and they continue to do it. So anyway, that's up to them. On another note, the word photographer is a very loosely used term. I've seen another post where it made me laugh. There was one of these nighttime car show events in a car park somewhere in Sydney, and a guy said, oh, he must have had a car in the show, and he said he put a post up saying, oh, when I drove in the other night, I noticed there were 6 photographers standing at the gate. 6 photographers standing at a gate. No, what you seen was 6 people holding 6 different cameras. That's what you've seen. Professional photographers wouldn't stand side by side and take the same photo. Have a look on the news and you'll see all these photographers working. They're jostling for different positions. So no, you didn't see 6 photographers at the gate. You've seen 6 people holding cameras at that gate. Professionals don't do that. They just don't. Basically, at the end of this video, you need to think about what you're doing. You need to think about where you want to take your photography. Do you want to make money from it? Well, listen to what I have to say. Contact me, I'll help you. I'll help you make money out of this. If you're just starting out or you're quite confident with your camera and you want to make a lot of money real quick, do weddings. Go and shoot weddings. Please go and shoot weddings, because you will make some money out of them. But I've seen wedding photographers work and they've blown out a sky. Well, all they had to do was turn around and they would have got a nice cloud blue sky, because they didn't turn around. Now, they just don't know that. And yet they're asking these people to pay 1 and 2 and 3 grand for images. It's wrong. It's wrong. I mean, would you pay a plumber $60 an hour if that's what they charge? I don't know. And he only does half a job and you've got to get someone else back to fix it? No, you wouldn't. Well, why should you pay a photographer big money when you're not going to get the result that you require for the money that you've given them? Guys, if you want to improve in your photography, you need to know your stuff. You need to know your stuff. So other than that, let me know what you think about this. But at the end of the day, we need to really protect our industry, because it's changing, and I don't think it's changing for the better. So until next time, my name's Glenn Samuel. You've been watching Sniper Photography. So as I always say, be nice to yourself, family and friends. But most of all, you keep shooting and have fun, and bye for now. See you later.